I've grown to over 3.3 million followers on TikTok. I've done it rather quickly, and I feel like I just want to share some no BS advice about how to do it because I think anybody can do it, and it's not really that complicated. And this is just a really direct, no frills approach that will get you there really fast. So, the number one thing you have to do is just post all the time. You're going to hear a lot of stuff about posting a few times a week, 2 to 3 times a week, or even 2 to 3 times a day. And the 2 to 3 times a day advice is better than the 2 to 3 times a week advice. But I would say, hell, if you could post 15 times a day, do it. Find a way to just do it a lot, because not only are you going to grow faster because more videos are going to get out to more people, you're going to learn a lot faster. You're going to make the mistakes, you're going to crash and burn, you're going to start over and put something else back out there and reevaluate over and over and over. And the person who does it 15 times a day gets 5 times more knowledge and understanding than the person who just does it 3 times a day. So always, always, always be posting. Don't listen to these people who tell you that you need to be methodical about it or slow about it, or that you're going to be able to get away with doing it a couple times a week. That might work for somebody who has really stellar quality content. But when you're first starting out, you just need to learn the process and crash and burn 1,000 times before you ever really figure out what it is you're doing. That's how it is with anything. The more effort you put into something, obviously, the more you're going to get out of it. But the other thing I tell people is that TikTok is not really this heightened app. It's not in the same way that YouTube is, that needs the production quality to really get the views. Now, YouTube, you see people doing these extreme things. Oh, I buried myself alive for a week. Or, I went to the world's most dangerous prison and I was starved for 40 days. And can I do it? And all this drama to get views. You don't need to do on TikTok. It doesn't work in that same sensationalized way. Instead, the thing that I've noticed and the thing that has worked for me personally is just having that person-to-person connection on there. It's almost like a FaceTime app with different filters and things that work within it, and it's more of a story time connection app. And so I tell people to scale back the quality of their videos. Now, some people do really well scaling up the quality. And I'm not going to argue with somebody like Mr. Beast, who has stellar videos and major, obviously, following. But to me, it's a lot of effort that's unnecessary for TikTok itself. Now, if you want to go into the world of YouTube, it's a whole other process that can be more complicated and should be, because the production quality is higher. For TikTok, the thing you need to develop most is your own personality. You need to be able to grab people's attention. If you're not somebody who really is overly concerned with your beauty or who you are and showing off your body or something, which obviously just feels very shallow, and most of us who have any dignity don't want to be doing that. You need to be showing you and what makes you an interesting person. And I think the best way to do that is just to get comfortable talking on camera and relaying whatever it is throughout your day to the camera in a way that's consumable for social media. Now, there's a few tricks that I use along the way that get videos to rank better in the algorithm. And studying the algorithm is the only way to go, because that's the thing that prioritizes your video. So the number one thing you need to do is hook people right away. You've got people swiping on that thing all day long, and if your video doesn't get them in the first second, they say 3 seconds, I'm telling you, the first second, you could lose them. And it's that simple. So you've got to find something, whether it's putting text on the video, saying it out loud, that grabs somebody with a hook. It's kind of like your first second or two of your video needs to be an eye-catching headline for the news. Actually, news headlines do really well on TikTok because you hit people with that headline and they're immediately hooked and you have their attention. So if you say something like, breaking news, Donald Trump said no more Chinese people are allowed in the country, that's going to get people, oh my gosh. But if you get on there and start, hey guys, I'm sitting here now, they're done. They don't care about you anymore. So be sure to give them something really meaty and give them something that grabs their attention right off the bat. And what's going to grab their attention? Well, what grabs your attention? That's a good way to start. Also, look at what's grabbing the attention of the world, and that will gravitate towards it. The other piece of advice I'll give is go on the app and see what videos are doing well. See what subjects are doing well. The trends can be a little bit of a gamble. The trending sounds, audios, dances, all those things, they have a higher likelihood of doing well because people are watching that sort of thing, and so you have a chance of coming up in the algorithm, but you're also competing with other people who are all doing the same thing. So you might have a chance, you might not. It's not really reliable. The best way to do it is just see what videos are working, what subjects are working. If something happens in the news that day, that's going to attract people. I mean, I remember when the Diddy thing happened and he got arrested, it was like a vein to views to just talk about Diddy. Some people, their whole bit was just talking about Diddy all day long, and they're getting millions of views because everybody is waiting on bated breath for the next thing with that. So find what's going on in the world, find your voice through that, your opinions through that, and deliver it, and do it in a candid manner. Just sit there in good lighting, not a lot of noise going on, talk to the camera, and that's the best way to get people to watch your videos, I promise you. You don't need to jump through hoops. You don't need to starve yourself in the most dangerous prisons in the world. You just need to be a real communicative person, and you can make it on there. The other thing I tell you, go and tell people to follow you. It works that simply, to just tell these people to follow you. Because a lot of people watch on there, but they're not actually hitting the follow button. They're just watching you and then moving on. So just giving them that, oh, hey, give me a follow, gives them a reason to do it. And it will grow your following a lot faster than anything else. This is my little tidbit of advice for the day. I'm going to keep giving out bits of advice, but I just want to be real and candid with it. This isn't sensationalized YouTube videos for clickbait. I just really want to share some of the things I've learned, and hopefully somebody will apply it.